Say action.
Action.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Deacon. I'm here with a very, very mysterious, very enchanting Laura Slasher.
Hi.
And just hi. Okay, whatever. And today we have what would you call today's video? Just a fun.
Yeah.
The fun. Just
fun. That's it.
Just the fun. Just the fun. So, video on videos from the internet that you guys can check out, and I will react to them, and you guys can put in the comments what you guys think. So, beef tips. Put up the first one.
They're okay. So they're not scary. They're just weird, little things. One of them was really long, so I shortened it a bunch. Yeah. Basically, she says, her child is not home, like her son. He's at a party, but she keeps hearing footsteps and stuff like upstairs.
Is he at a party?
He's at a party.
He's at a party.
So I shortened it down to like a minute or something. It used to be like 6. So.
Jeez, why so long? All
she was just pointing the camera up.
I know you guys heard that. I hope I got that.
What are we supposed to hear?
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it. Rewind it.
It was a door.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear it?
It was low.
Oh my god.
Doesn't your house do that?
Look at his door is closed. Oh my god. Nope.
Okay, at this point she goes and she gets her daughter, and for like 2 minutes she's like, come up with me, blah blah blah. So they both go up.
Okay.
Look at his door is moving. Okay, we're gonna go up there and I'm gonna show you guys nobody is in his room.
Okay. Wait. Okay. So it's doing the thing where the door's going like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they could be like an air conditioner on?
I don't. Right now, when you see the room, it is a little weird. When you see the room, just because it doesn't look like it would be very drafty. Okay. It looks very like closed.
When you said the room is very weird, I was expecting them to like open it and there's like goat's blood like smeared all over the wall. There's like
no, it's not my room.
Light on. Oh my god! Hurry up and come up here so you can point it to show nobody's in the room. Look.
See?
Oh, okay.
It's like very just like closed in.
Gee,
and also
that's very. If you're claustrophobic, like that's got to be a nightmare, right?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
No. Who does this person think he is? Harry Potter? Like
Harry
is he living on the stairs?
Yeah, I mean,
you just see up inside your room, Harry Potter. Have you seen your room, Harry Potter?
In here. Nobody. You seen that in real time with me. Oh my god.
She seems like an angry lady.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Oh no. I told you guys. And there's been that mimic. And now that's happening. Look at my dog.
She said, okay. So she said, just
well,
like that
mimic. Fuck no.
So the mimic that she's talking about, she said that she's had in her house for a couple weeks, and that when her daughter's not home, she'll hear her daughter say mom, like her daughter's voice.
Okay.
And then when she's not home, the daughter will hear the mom call her with, the mom's voice, obviously.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so she said that's been happening for like a couple weeks, and then she started hearing like the footsteps and the door like shutting and stuff, which I hear here in my house all the time. But the doors have never really like opened like that.
Have you ever experienced the mimic thing? Like when you hear like a family? No?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not that. Not like mimicking anything. I've heard like weird little like whistles or like stuff like that, but never like a family member's voice.
Like this, like
yeah.
Mira, es que tienes que, no, es que mira, güey, es que cuando Canelo, güey, le está haciendo, mira, le está haciendo, pero no, güey, Canelo tiene que ser así, mira. No, güey, es que no
It's exactly what I hear.
That's exact word for word.
Yeah,
Talking about a
exactly
Canelo
that.
fight.
Now I know it
No,
wasn't even
güey.
a ghost, it was you.
No, pinche
Um,
Crawford, güey, le partió su madre.
yeah, no, I'll hear that. Have I heard voice? I know I've heard voices, but I don't think it's ever been like family members or like anybody that I know.
Oh, okay.
But weird
I've
things, you know?
I've experienced that once.
Wait, we heard, remember the whisper?
Yeah.
Sounded like my mom.
Yeah.
So maybe.
It's like holy fuck, that
Yeah,
loud
it
ass
was super
whisper.
loud.
Um,
Yeah, have you?
yeah,
Family
I
members
was
or
about to
anything?
get into that. And
Oh,
you're
I'm
like,
sorry.
oh, and I was like,
Go
oh,
ahead.
like okay, so I got anyway. So when I was younger, when
Mhm.
I was a younger man, I was visiting my parents, right?
Mhm.
So I went to go visit my parents, and I stayed over. I'm like, I'm gonna stay the night, because it's really late. So I'm like, might as well just hang out here. So my dad, so there was like the first floor, and it was the basement, and so then I heard, my dad, and he's like, Benny. And I saw the top of his head because it was like the stairwell like that, and then you can kind of see. He's like Benny, and I was like, oh, okay, like geez. So then I went and I followed him, and I could never see like his full body. I always caught like the after, like when he walked up, so I could see like the hand like going around the corner.
Mhm.
So I go, and then he leads me to this like little area, which is like the storage area where you have like the emergency food and all kinds of shit. And he walks in there, and I walk in there, and I was like, okay. So then I was like, what the hell did he go? And so then I was like, what the fuck? That was weird. So I go back upstairs, tuk, 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 and then I go by his room, and I could hear my dad's a very loud snorer. So I could hear him in his room, and he's snoring just like in his room. And I was like, all right, what the hell was that?
Yeah, no thanks. I mm-mm. I
So
don't
then,
I
yeah.
don't I don't like that.
Yeah, it was the most weird. To this day, I talk about that. I was like, hey, te acordás, mira, cuando. Because I
Yeah,
told him about that. I was in the morning, I was like, and then he's like, es de malo. I was like, yeah, no shit. So,
yeah. I think that would freak me out more. Like everything that happens now, like all the footsteps and all that, doesn't really freak me out. But if I were to start hearing, like voices, then I'd
yeah,
be maybe a little weird about it.
because it's different, right?
Yeah, because then it's
You can't
it's
deny, like, it's the air
mm-mm,
conditioner, and it's saying,
mm-mm.
like, that's the fucking air conditioner.
I've heard like if a ball is bouncing, like in one of the rooms upstairs.
And is there a ball?
No.
No, it's just the thumb.
Yeah, just like those little like plastic like
Yeah.
squishy like kids balls like that.
Does it do the bum, 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 bum?
No, it's just like dribbling.
Oh, it's actually like,
Yeah, like it's like loud.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's weird. And so I don't know what's up with like that area of the house, but that's where the majority of like the footsteps and things happen. There and in my room.
Oh, okay.
When I'm downstairs, I can hear it.
That's so creepy. Like it's weird, right? I don't find it creepy. Like none of that kind of stuff bothers me. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, I mean, the audio, the voices. Remember?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that since then, so I don't know what's going on with that. But
jeez, Louise,
that happened. Okay. You want to see the next one? Okay. This one, they're at a hospital.
Okay, what does that say?
2019, a resident asked me to record her cleansing the death room. She wanted it for a Facebook group, so she recorded it. And then whenever somebody tells her they don't believe in ghosts, she shows them this video.
Oh, okay.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird.
It's weird.
From harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to
okay. For a minute there, I was like, did she, swing it enough? But
No.
evil. May every door be a passage to your grace.
You know what it almost looked like? It almost looked like somebody tried to like take it off of her hand.
Like take it out of her hand.
You know, like give me that. You know,
it's too far up to be like her moving it, and like the angle is too weird. You know.
Yeah, play that back. Let's see.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's really high.
And she didn't notice, right? She's just
I think maybe she did, and she was kind of just like
ignored
not
reacting to it.
Because I'm sure that this has happened before. I mean, if she's like, "Hey, record me doing this," like, I'm pretty sure that she's had like some sort of weird little experience in there. That
also, it was probably like a tactic to distract or like to stop. You know, like if I can get her to stop, if I make her run away, like
yeah,
ghost. You know, and then.
But I mean, it seems like she knew already. She's going over there with like a rosary and stuff. She's like prepared.
She's like prepared. What do you feel? How do you feel about those? Like the rosary? Do you think that the rosaries themselves have like the power? Do you think it's the belief that you put into them? It's
the belief, I think, because like, yeah, I think it's like anything else.
I wonder if it's like how do I analyze? Like, okay, so like in boxing, right? When a fighter doesn't have confidence in his punches, you could see that, and his opponent could see that, right? So he's throwing his punches and he throws them out there, and he doubts that they might land. So for the last second, he like more reactionary, he pulls them back. So the punches aren't very effective. So when you throw punches, that's what they say, you know, trust in your ability. Like you have to throw. Fucking Mike Tyson had a great line that he actually got from Customato. He said, when you throw punches, you got to throw punches with bad intentions. You know. And it was one of those things, like you throw your punch and you're actually throwing it with a bad, like I'm gonna fuck you up when I land this. And there's confidence in that. And the other person's like, oh shit, you know, and then there's no pullback. I wonder if it's the same thing like with holy relics or with things that you consider holy. Like I trust in this, and then that person's like, damn, like whatever's out there, he's like, this person has a lot of confidence in this for a reason. If you have doubt, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like, you know, like in this case, the rosary, like using that, or it could just be, you know, like the person themselves. Because like if somebody comes at, like, let's say you're a ghost, right, or a demon or whatever, and somebody comes up to you confidently, like believing that they're gonna, you know, say this thing and get you to go away, you wouldn't react the same as if they were just walking up with a rosary, not confident at all, you know?
Yeah,
I think it's more the person.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I don't know. So like it's like their confidence, like they trust in this, you know. It's kind of like
rosaries, you can buy them anywhere, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Rosaries is a thing in Catholicism. I don't, you know, believe in rosaries or anything like that. So if I were to walk up and start doing shit like that, to me it would just be just a string with plastic.
Yeah,
you know. So to me, it's just just like the whole thing with like holy water and all that. That's Catholicism. I don't believe in it. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
But she was very confident. She was like, I'm gonna go over there, and it was enough for this thing to be like, I want to rip this thing out of her hands.
To try to
pull it away from her. Maybe like this is giving her some kind of power.
It's so weird. Like that's way too high for it to have been just like, no, I don't know. That's super weird. That one I saw a long time ago, and I remembered it as soon as like we started talking about what we were gonna do today. So
jeez.
This one's happened here before. It happened not too long ago. I think I told you about it, but yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't like that.
That's
because like it's sometimes happens when it goes down, you know, like the little like things will be loose or whatever and it'll go down like quickly, but it usually doesn't keep going. And I don't like that because it's happened before.
Who the hell was it? There was a story, I think it was Chris Jericho, who told a story about how there was it Chris Jericho or was it Randy Orton? Doesn't matter. So it was a wrestler, right? They went to this hotel. A lot of people rather, whenever they went to a place in Tennessee, they would there was a hotel that like the wrestling industry, like Vince McMahon had like a contract with, like, oh, when we come to town, wrestlers are gonna stay here, and it was considered to be like a haunted location to where a lot of people don't like it and they don't stay there. So a lot of wrestlers stay in their car, or like sleep on the bus in the parking lot of a hotel.
Yeah.
So then Chris Jericho, I'm just gonna say it was Chris Jericho for the sake of the story because I really don't remember who it was. So they said that they knew the rumors, they knew all this kind of stuff, and then he said, I went there anyways, like I'm not gonna sleep in my car, So he went, he stayed in the room, and then he said that he just got like a weird feeling from the room, so he's like, I'm just not tired enough, I'm gonna go work out, he said, and then go back to my room so that way I go to sleep exhausted, right? So I get some extra sleep. So he said he was in the little weight room, and he says that there was a clock that didn't work. Obviously, it was telling the wrong time. It was like, it hasn't moved. So he's just working out and he's trying to listen to his music, and he starts seeing, he says the hands were just kind of like moving, and then he's like, oh, okay, like dying battery, whatever, and they starts going really fast, and then he's like, okay, and he says that's fucking weird, and then he's like, all right, now stop it. So then he just stops. And he's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He says he slept in his car. He said he went and got his
clocks creep me out. Like,
why do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just that like we depend on time so much that like whenever something that tells you the time is acting weird, it's kind of just like, I don't like that. So like there was a clock that I had, like a little alarm clock with like the bells, and it like rings, right? And it went off. And I was like, well, let me just take out the battery. Like, I didn't want to deal with it, right? And I went to go take out the battery, but there was no battery in it.
It was just acting weird.
And like the little thing started ringing. Like, it has the little bells on the side, so it was like super loud. Yeah. And so like I woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. But it didn't have the stupid battery inside.
That's weird. But your fucking house is weird. Like, I have a weird house.
Yeah. Maybe it's all my stuff.
Probably all the shit that
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I wonder what it is. I think that since the beginning of like societies and all these different places, they put such an importance on time, like timekeeping. So they were like for example, in Egypt, certain magicians would have the symbol of the hourglass, like whatever holy relic they had that they would use for their magic. It had an hourglass on it, or an hourglass like painted on it or drawn on it. Or they would do their ceremonies and all that kind of stuff on a sundial, like a big sundial, and it was just like something about that, because that was a clock. Same thing with a sand timer. Same thing, it's a clock.
Yeah.
So just the fact that like something like that, it's just an ancient clock. Like I wonder, like seriously, what it is. Do you think it's because like we put such an emphasis on time and how much time we have that to us is kind of like,
Yeah, because I mean, like, to everybody, like, losing time is bad, So, like, when you see time acting weird, like, I feel like it just, like, triggers something in you that, like, like, what's happening? You don't want to lose, the time that you have or whatever it is. I don't even know, honestly.
Because it is weird, right? Like, you go and, even when you go to a place, if they're not fast enough, you're like, fucking, you're like looking at the time. Like, how long is it? Like, why does it matter? Like, do you have anything important to do? No. Then why are you so impatient? And it's because we want to capitalize so much on time. Like, we don't want to lose time. Maybe that's why these fucking things, these fucks, they use time to scare people symbolically. Like, this is your life.
Maybe that's why people freak out when like daylight savings time comes.
Daylight saving, like shut up.
1 hour less.
We're gonna lose. I'll punch you right in the stomachio. Oh, put that clock video again. That was weird.
Clock video.
And where is this? Is this like a school?
I think it's like a hospital or something.
Why is it weird that's in a hospital?
Because hospitals are weird. It's just going so fast.
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
Like, I don't like that.
No, that's it. Yeah,
I think it is a hospital. There's like a medical
it is.
And stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. The whole clock thing freaks me out. That one, I don't know where the audio went, but it was funny. She was like
What the
freaking
fuck?
out
No,
about it. Oh, you can hear it?
no, you can hear it. It's in the beginning
Oh,
of the
okay.
video. She's like,
I
"What
can't.
the fuck?
Um,
Where's my pizza?" And then it's like,
this one's weird.
Don't forget me, I'll be. I remember you say, sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it
You see that?
where?
Car seat.
hurts instead.
Doesn't that look like a baby to you?
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best.
Oh, you know what?
I put a picture at the end. Like look at that.
It took me
Like that's weird.
I guess it took me a second for me to realize. For one brief second,
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a baby back there.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's why I didn't get the video. I was like, so what happens? Like, does something like start messing with the baby? And then I was like, there's no baby.
Yeah, no, there's
then
no
baby.
Then
I thought it was just me.
Yeah, because like in the beginning, you can see obviously there's no kid in there.
No, but I thought there was, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, what's up with this kid? Then I was like, oh, there's no kid. There's no one in there.
But then it's just like some baby materializes. I don't know. Like it's weird. And she sees it, like the other one's obviously driving, but yeah, when you
pay attention to the road before you join it, then there's a ghost car over there with terrible singing.
Have you seen that video of I guess it's like a chase or something, and the police are, going after this car, and then the car just like disappears.
Oh, through the fence?
Through the fence.
Yeah, to this very day, I still watch that video every once in a while because I try to figure it out because I'm like, something happened here. What's going on? But no, it's a solid fence.
It's a solid fence. Like it's not moving. It's not, there's no like, I don't know, like debris or anything. Like it's just a weird.
And the car behind the cop almost slams into it because it looks like there's no fence there, and then the guy stops and he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, that video's weird. Also, what do you think happened
with that?
Yeah, like what do you think happened with do you think that they saw a car drive?
For a second, it looked like a little hand.
Like, oh, there's a ghost baby.
There's a ghost baby. The baby from the car seat.
Yeah, it found me. Anyway, no, just this guy. Okay, all right, Apollo, get out of here.
Oh, that's the one. That's the small one. I don't know. That video is weird. It's always been weird. I've like seen it a bunch of times, and I can't figure it out.
Can't figure out what the hell's going on. Like,
there has to be an explanation.
Like, what do you think happened? Do you think that the cops were chasing this mysterious like car, and then they're like, this motherfucker speeding, and then they started chasing after it, and then you know what I'm trying to say?
No. Like, what crime do I think they committed? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, no, like, how did they start chasing this car? Do you think that it's just, do you think that it was like on a freeway? Do you think it was on a dirt road? Like, you know how they say that there's residual hauntings that where like something happens like every night at this time? Maybe the cop was like, you know what? I think I'm going to hang out over here on like a known haunted road.
Maybe. Like, maybe it was like a long stretch, of road, and then the ghost decided to go for a joyride.
Like, I'm gonna go this way tonight.
Yeah, and then it got caught.
Do you think they can do that?
I think they can do whatever they feel like they can do. Whatever they have the energy to do.
Yeah.
There's this weird video actually. This guy was in a van with like his friends, and they're passing by, and they see this man on the side of the road, and they pick him up, and he's like, oh, I've been here, I've been out here, and like somebody finally saw me.
You expect them to like pull a knife on them or something? Like
yeah, he's like, someone finally saw me, and like somebody finally whatever. So they're taking him, and he's like, just go down this street, like all the way at the end, and you'll see me on the left, he says. And they're like, okay, like his house, right? So they go, they're like driving for a long time, and he's talking to them. He's sitting in the back seat, and then the guy in the back seat starts freaking out, and they're like, what's wrong, right? They turn the camera to the back, and that guy is gone, like the passenger. And they're like, he was here, like he was just here, he was just talking, whatever. So they all get out of the car because they're like, where could he have gone? You know, like nobody opened the door, and they see like a little, what would you call it? Like when they
Like,
put, you know, like the
yeah,
cross on
like
the
that,
side
like
of the
there was
road,
a like a
like a little
grave site,
memorial thing,
basically.
yeah.
Like, yeah, a memorial.
And they see it off. They see that off to the left, and it's, you know, there's a picture of like a guy and whatever, and
And
they
a
figure,
guy
you
in
know,
a
that's him. Yeah,
fuck.
because there was nothing on that road. He was like, "You're gonna go until you hit a gate, and then you'll see me on the left," is what he said.
But you know
So
what's
when
crazy?
they hit that gate, and then what?
So when I was younger, for those of you that have lived or have been in Utah, there's a place called Sardine Canyon, and you know Sardine Canyon, and so when you go through a Sardine Canyon, it's literally, that's just what it is, a long canyon that in a wintertime it's just, you know, it's a nightmare because it's so like close, and they built like a road to go through it, and it's so compact, you know. So sometimes, you know, you have plenty of room. And this one, when you're driving past each other, sometimes you have to like really edge yourself so the other car can get through, and it's a long stretch of road. Anyways, so in the wintertime, when it gets windy, the wind hits the top of the canyon and it acts like a funnel. So when your car's driving, it begins to like kind of get moved because the wind creates like an underdrift, whatever the hell. So anyways, so I remember one year, this was I was with my father, and in one year, this was like, I want to say like 3 a.m. You know, we're driving through Sardine Canyon, and to get past Sardine Canyon, it's like 30 minutes. You know, 30-minute drive.
What are you doing there at 3 a.m?
We were going from, so at the time, my dad was working at this plant, so I was taking him up there. So, and my dad made the drive every day. I had never made the drive, but he was like, "Hey, just drop me off and then just pick me up after work." And I was like, "All right, yeah, I can do that, man." So I was taking him, and it was like 3 a.m, and we're going past this canyon, and I see like a little boy on the side of the road, and he's wearing just like a shirt, and I don't know if he was wearing shorts, but I could see a lot of his legs, and he's just staying there by the side of the road. And then I go and I look, and
Was
I
it
go,
fall, winter?
winter.
Oh,
So, and I goes, what? And I was like trying to find a place to. I was like, I gotta pull over. And he's like, ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasa? And I said, oh, hay un niño, allá había un niño. I saw a boy over there on the side of the road. And he says, I've been seeing that boy for 3 years in the same spot at the same time. He said, just ignore it, just keep driving. I was like, oh, okay. I just kept driving. You know.
yeah, that's happened. I was in the car with my mom, and it was like night. It was already dark. I don't even know what time it was, but we were going, and in the middle of the street, she saw what looked like a kid like sitting, you know, like cross-legged, like in the middle of the street. And I guess like when we got closer, she didn't see it anymore or whatever. A couple days later, I saw a kid like standing really close, like to the edge of the street. And when we passed it, and I looked back, and I'm like, there's like a child, you know, like, because it was like very, very small, like 2-3 years old. And there was nothing there. So
That happened to me, something like that. Not with a child, but with a girl. I was driving, and I went, and there was like I saw like a girl, and she was kind of like with her head down this long road, you know, and it was just one of those dirt roads that a back road. It's a back road, you know. So I was just driving by, and then I'm like, I'm gonna hit this fucking girl, you know, whatever. So then
on purpose.
yeah, on purpose. I'm like, 10 points if you knock her shoes off. No,
Yeah.
so I went around like that slowly, like I just slowed down enough, and then I went around. I kept driving, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, should I stop and ask her? And I looked through a rearview mirror, no one on the road.
Yeah, you don't stop and ask that.
I was saying, like, you ever? So there was an old story, and this old story, they actually adapted it to the Twilight Zone, and they made a Twilight Zone episode. Only they changed a couple things, but the original story is so much creepier. So the story is, and I heard this from somebody, how there was once this truck driver, and he was driving down this road, and he notices that there's like this girl, and he's just like standing on the side of the road. So he picks her up. Yeah, so he picks her up, and he's like, "Get in," because it's raining and it's like icy. Also, like it's starting to snow, but it had been raining before, and she gets in. And she's not saying anything. She's just quiet. She's kind of like looking down, and he starts blasting the heater. And he's like, "Damn, this poor girl's gotta be." So he's blasting. And he's trying to talk to her, and he's like, da da da, talking about this, talking about that. He's like, "Oh, when I was a kid, oh, because he's an older guy, right?" Mm-hmm. So he's trying to make conversation. She's not saying anything. She just has like her head down. And then he's like, "Did something happen to her? Did somebody like did something?" And he's trying to ask her, "Is like, are you okay? Like, are you, and he like goes touch her, and then she kind of like, he's like, okay, like probably somebody did something to her and just dropped her off in the road." So he's trying like to get this information out of her, like, what the fuck? So then finally she like says, she leans in like close, and she says, "I've been sitting in the car with you. Do you not know who I am?" And he's like, "No, like, should I?" Because he's like, "Do I know this person? Like, is she a neighbor? Is she somebody's daughter?" Because she was really young. So he's like, "No." And then she tells him, "I'm death." And then all of a sudden he hits an icy patch on the road, just like black ice, just and the fucking car starts going. He flips the truck, as soon as she says that. And then he, really fucked up. He's like, holy shit, and then his thought was like, this girl, like, she wasn't, I don't think she put on the seatbelt. And he's like, where the fuck is this girl? And he's looking around, no one in the cab. There's no.
Yeah, no. See, that's why I don't leave my house.
I
don't want to risk,
encountering death.
Anybody being on the side of the road, and then for some reason I start caring about whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, are you okay?" Like, no, thanks, I'm good.
He's like, "Are you okay?" And then he's like, "Where's this girl?" And there was no one in the cab of him.
I don't care that much.
Also, she was so she was dripping wet, just like from her hair, just dripping. And he says the seat wasn't even wet. Like, there was no signs that anybody was in the car with him.
I mean, that's kind of good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably because it probably wasn't even his truck. It's probably like a company truck. He's like, fuck, I'm not getting my deposit back from the company for this.
Cleaning costs, plus I crashed
with death. Like, she smelled like shit.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Next video.
This one's a little bit weird. I put a screenshot, I think, at the end, just because it's really fast. You see it? I didn't put it. But
so we have horrors?
Yeah. And also,
oh, okay, I see it now.
See, like,
what?
I don't know, because that's not a normal angle for somebody to be, because like everybody's face is like that, and then that one is like the other way.
At an angle. You know what's crazy is your brain does something where right now I can see it clearly, but at first when your brain is trying to, that's why there's certain arts that I make. Like when you look at these guys, it looks like, oh, there's a shadow and then there's a face. They don't have any faces. I have another one where it's a mobster and he doesn't have a face, but you think he has a face and you're like, oh man, just like that person, like it looks like the face shape, but then your brain begins to kind of like identify what's going on. It begins to add the pieces for you. So when you watch that, like there's no face, and then but the more you look, like it begins to shape. Like you can see, like you can see like where I'm pointing my finger and everything. You can see like the eyes, you can see the nose, you can see the mouth.
Yeah, like in the baby, like the car seat one.
Yeah, like your brain begins to, and I think there was another one like in the same video. Play it again.
What's also weird is the hand over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say the hand. Yeah, there's like a weird hand. And then it looks like behind her, like before that face pops up, or when you look at over like, so like around here in between the girl with the whore with the white hair and the girl with the black hair, for a brief second it was like there's eyes.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I was like, what?
like right in the middle,
Yeah.
in between them both. Oh, that's so weird. What is that?
I
'Cause
don't.
she looks back right away and like she
Yeah, like
moves back. There's nobody there.
yeah,
It's just so
she
weird.
felt somebody there, and it looked like maybe like it was getting closer.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I don't like that.
It's fucking weird.
Again, why I don't leave my house.
How many STDs do you think they all have
Oh
combined?
my god, shut up. Shut up. Let's move on.
This
one's a-
episode is brought to you by. This episode is brought to you by Loot by Lottie. Get your boxes of witch shit and all that fun stuff. If you guys use the promo code Nightmare, you get 50% off. 15. I say 50 for all you guys. Take it easy there. 15% off all your orders over $30. So go ahead. Loot by Lottie. Also brought to you by Groceries and Ghosts. The sexy ghost man. What?
Nothing. Go.
The sexy ghost man, Shaun Burris, in his crazy, sexy adventures. So just go ahead and join him on the Shadow Nation podcast. Also brought to you by Static Voices with Paranormal Unveiled. Just go ahead and order his book. Okay. Downloading Paranormal 50 Shades of Grey. Also,
Is that
what?
it? No?
No, a
There's
couple
more.
shout outs.
Oh, yeah. Go
Right? Dreamscape Chronicles, check them out. They're crazy people. So with good content. I don't know why I did that.
I can edit it out.
Nah, just leave it in. Who cares? This is reality. So with the show's great. I am actually having a good time like listening to their stuff on Spotify. So go ahead and check them out. Also brought to you by Render the Darkness. Check them out. A couple wild sisters.
Oh,
And their crazy stories. If you like stuff that's paranormal or do you like true crime, join these wild ladies for a fun paranormal saloon time. Actually, I don't know if they're not in a saloon at all.
no, not
They're
at all.
it has nothing. People are expecting cowboy hats and like
Yeah.
a piano.
Now we're gonna have to tell them.
But no, just join them. Check out their stuff. They have a channel on YouTube. So Render the Darkness
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And is that it?
That's it.
He's
You see
going.
that?
What?
Something just like blinked back here.
What the fuck? Es un duende?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Next video.
Next video. See, that part's normal because she's like stepping side to side, so it's like moving.
Yeah.
But then it gets kind of weird.
Look at the size of that house.
I know. Crazy. Watch.
Watch, it's crazy already.
No, look. Just wait. Like, that's a long
Yeah, that's a long drag.
way.
She went to go get her coke dealer husband to let him know, like, 'cause, yeah, look at that size of that house. You know, she's like,
Yeah, it's crazy. Why is there TV on the floor? Is what I think they had like just moved in or something like that. I think she answered that in like the comments. But everybody's like, "You have such a nice house, and your TV can't be on the on the wall."
Well,
But-
probably because they're over there just going on the floor and watching whatever the hell that cartoon is. What is that?
I have no idea.
I thought it was like Teletubbies. You remember the Teletubbies?
I used to like the Teletubbies. Oh, it's called the Little Womb or something like that.
Huh, that's weird.
Worm. I don't look at that That's insane.
That's a long drag.
That's very long. And that's because like it started out over here. And look where it ended
look
up.
where it ends up.
It's crazy. In the beginning, the little girl, like the way she's moving around, it looks like there's people in the comments that are like, dude, is something like dragging her around? Like what is
Well,
happening?
that's what I thought too. Like she's trying to balance herself because the thing is
Mhm.
moving around. And then it looks like when she goes under there, whatever the hell it is, starts wrapping her up in that thing.
Yeah, like it's I
Look
sped
at
it up
that.
a little bit, but yeah, it's weird, right? Like she's
Yeah.
too small to be like
To be moving it like that, and
moving it
then
like
she's
that.
like trying to keep her balance on it because it's moving around.
But then it's the last part that is it's so weird to me because it's a very long.
Do you think it's the ghosts of all the people that they built that house on?
Maybe they're upset. They're like,
Yeah.
took
They're
my
like,
spot to build this house. You can't even have your TV on the wall.
or you're like, yeah, I OD'd on the stuff that helped pay for your for this house.
So ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, I have no idea. I don't understand videos like that. What was that?
Huh? What this?
Yeah. Oh, next one.
Yeah, beef tips. That's
Yeah, I
just
don't understand videos like that. It's weird, especially when it includes, like when it has to do with kids. I think they're especially weird.
you think because like why would anybody want to mess with a kid?
Mm-hmm.
There was a book by Colton Mather. It was called The Devil in America or something. And it was like basically like it was a book that was made up of all these like old like stories, like demonic stories that happened to the pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you listen to that book, like the shit that these demons did to kids, like because you're like, well, they may not mess up. Like there was a story where this lady had a small son, and she heard like the house was trembling, and she ended up saying something like, basically like challenging the demon, like you get out of my home or whatever it is, and we shall give you no. And the person that narrates the book, for
Mm-hmm.
some reason they have this really weird voice, so it makes the stories like creepier. So she said, and then she said to the devil, we shall give you no tributes in this house, so you might as well leave. And then she says that her small 2-year-old son gets hurled into the fire, and then she had to run over there and fish him out. And he said, sustaining great burns,
Jeez.
So yeah, so it's kind of like, you think that I'm gonna smash a light bulb in your house? Well, yeah, pioneers with light bulbs. Think I'm gonna, move this across the table or make something like, it's like floating. You're like, oh look, a floating up. No, he hurled her kid into the fire.
Threw the baby in the.
Into the fire.
That's first of all, that's rude. That's
Yeah,
somebody's baby. you know.
Well, yeah, but then you got to think like, well, this is a demonic entity. Like, why would
Yeah.
they care?
They don't. But
Yeah, they're like, this is
still,
gonna be really fucked up if I do this, so I better do it.
I think they're just like laughing the whole time. Like, look
Oh,
at that
definitely.
baby.
Identify yourself. It was me all along, Mary Beth.
Sorry.
What?
Oh, it's because I said it's like Vince McMahon, and then you continued with your
Yeah.
stepped all over it. All right.
No, it's fine.
I have one more. For real. All right. You ready?
Yeah. Give it to my baby.
Okay.
I never get to see what's on the other side.
Okay,
That's
I'll be
where all the
really
gold
honest
is
with
waiting
you.
over there.
I thought it was a ghost voice. Like, oh, I'm the lazy spirit of the wilderness, and here I am.
This sounds the way Ed Gein speaks, but like in a lower.
How the actual Ed Gein speaks, right?
No. This sounds like the character Ed Gein, like the way that he speaks, not the tone, just like the rhythm.
I thought you meant like the actual Ed Gein. I'm like, that's
No,
pretty
no.
close from the recording of the video. He kind of sounded.
It sounds sort of deeper. It's not like Winnie the Pooh, like the character.
Like the character. Why would he do that? That still bothers me to this very day.
I'm still mad about it.
They do previews for the show like, this summer, don't miss out. Monster, the Ed Gein story. He's like, Yeah, come on inside. There's mother.
Yeah,
Mother. You know, like you.
it's
And
exactly like that.
yeah, and I was expecting, you know, to be like, you think you could take me, officers? My Undertaker will save me. Oh yes. You know,
Yeah, that's what he said.
yeah.
The real one.
The urn.
All right.
Rest in.
Turn around and you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side.
No.
Hello?
He's like, fuck this gold.
Read this part up.
Fuck.
Can you imagine trying to get away from whatever it is that was in the trees and then falling halfway into the trees?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be so mad.
I was out of there.
It's been a few months since I filmed the last video.
Oh,
Honestly,
shit,
I've
there's an
just been
update.
too scared to come up here.
You know what's crazy?
Really?
Really quick. Oh, it got dark on him.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is, what is it? The channel is Moto something. So it's obviously not I'm a paranormal investigator. It's doing an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen those people that do those kind of things where they go on their bikes through the forest and they're like, let's check out the trail, you know, when they go. And
yeah,
obviously that's what he's doing. And then he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's it. And just, have you not seen this?
I've never seen that.
Okay, watch. Listen.
Holy crap, dude, this trail going on forever. It just got really quiet really fast.
Imagine having something unreliable like that.
That was my cue to leave.
Oh, that's creepy.
That's what he saw. Like, moving around. Because he saw it moving.
Yeah.
And that's when he, like, took off or whatever.
So this moment right here, he's making a decision. Where should I go? Left or right? Left or right? And then that was quick. Like, so replay it to where the sounds are playing. Then it gets quiet.
Oh, like where it gets quiet?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude, this trail going on forever. It just got really quiet
That's
really
creepy.
fast.
Because for everything to go quiet at once.
And then he sees it there.
And then the okay, so what's interesting about that is the panic. You know, his breathing.
I was gonna say, the reason that I sort of believe it is because it wasn't like a very over dramatic, like he didn't scream, he didn't whatever. He's like, it's kind of like I need to leave type of thing, you know.
And his breathing, and he's doing that thing where, so when people make videos, they go like, to be, what he's doing is like play it again, like his breathing. So what he's trying to do, so you hear the and it does that brief sound. What that is trying to not hyperventilate, but also keeping breath control. So he's breathing heavy because his heart's racing, but he's also trying to stop himself from going because that's how you pass out. So he's like, you get that, and he's like really trying hard, like to do that. Like obviously, he's also probably has an athletic background because they teach you breath control. So that's what he's trying to do. And then you see like him trying to kickstart his bike. And when it doesn't go the second time, like now his legs are beginning to freeze up on him. So that's why he's not getting to it. He's like stepping out. So he's panicking.
In the first one, it happens too. Like when in the first video, like when he hears this thing, I sped it up because it was just going to take too long. But in this one, it also happens where like he did it a couple times and he couldn't really get it. And he started kind of like freaking out about it. there's a video before this one also. It's the same video, but it's, you know, like it's longer or whatever. So in the very beginning, when he's going into the woods, he sees a bunch of like animal carcasses and like a bunch of bones and stuff. And he's like, oh, like, I don't like this, you know, like whatever. And he's passing. And then that's when, oh, geez, that's when he hears like the voices and he hears like whatever saying help and all that. And then months pass and he goes back.
The fact
I
that
think
he
like
goes-
someone asked him like if he could go back and like check or see or whatever it was.
Well, because you probably don't expect something weird to happen. Like, what do you think it
Yeah.
was?
I don't know. He heard help and then he heard, you know, branches snap.
Branches
And I-
snapping like something was in there.
Honestly, like I would have done the same thing. Like I'm not gonna stick around to find out. I'm
One
just
is I wouldn't be out there.
well, yeah, but I don't go outside. But like I would like no thanks.
It's weird, right?
Mm.
What is it about human beings like wanting to go and explore? And it's almost like we forget that the world it's not just us, right? It's just there's other things out there, not just
Mhm.
animals, but things like this. And you just don't know what. I wonder where he went. Does it show like the location?
I don't think so.
Because so what's funny is his reaction. He's like, "This is where the gold," because he sees and that to me is really suspicious.
Hmm.
When you go when you're going to a place and there's a trail and then there's trees blocking it, like somebody created like a blockage, and then he's like trying to. I wonder how big did it show, like how big those branches were, because he was trying to go over it instead of trying to move them.
Yeah, I think they were pretty big. I mean, like when he puts his bike, like he's gonna go over it, like he's putting his bike over it, like they look, you know, they're like really long.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
They're pretty long.
You can't just drag him out of the road because
yeah, in the clip like right before this, like he was trying to push them down like with his feet, I guess, like so that he could cross his bike over. Luckily he didn't get it over because he would have taken forever to get out of there. But
you know what's crazy is the fact that right in the blockage spot, and then he's like, "Oh, what's on that? The gold is on the other side." Then he hears the sound, and it's like whatever the hell purposely blocked to see who stops here. And the road is so narrow that it's not a vehicle crossing. It's probably like just for bicyclists and people on motorcycles. You know what I mean? Like, or
and then
people
he
on foot.
falls.
Yeah, and then he falls.
And then he fought, like the panic is just it's
How far do you think he got before, like from whatever the hell's out there? Do you think he got like less than a block away
like how far away from what?
from where the voice was?
Oh, before he fell? It wasn't that far at all. I just cut out like a little piece just because he was just like driving, but it was, I don't know, it was the whole that whole part of the clip was maybe like 8-10 seconds. Like it wasn't too far away, and then he fell. Like I think that's why he looks back, and he like, you know,
Yeah,
you hear like branches snapping, you try to go away, and then you fall into the branches.
he falls into the branches themselves.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I just looked at his account, and like he has no like paranormal anything. Like it's all just bikes.
Bicycles. I see.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Motorcycles.
Like that video is not even like pinned or anything. Like I think he just wants like nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
It's like
'cause
forget that.
Yeah, 'cause that's got to be a bad memory, right?
Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't.
It's so crazy because we don't know anything about the world. Like honestly, what's
Yeah.
out there? You know, what do you think it could have been?
I don't know. I don't know much about like
Folklore.
I think not, you know, I just know like the Mexican stuff.
That reminds me. That's more so in Japan. They have a story. I gotta look up to see what they're called. So they believe that when a child dies,
Mhm.
a lot of the times their souls can get trapped in places like forests or things like that because again it's just a little kid. So what ends up happening is they go to sit in a like by a tree or something like that, their spirit, and then the spirit gets like trapped within the woods. So they become like a forest spirit. So
Yeah.
so a lot of the times I forget what they. So there's depictions of like these, you know, trees with like faces on them, or it looks like a mannequin carved out of wood, and then that's what, or it's just a floating stump with like a child's face on it, like through the woods, and it's just like something that got trapped, and they needed to inhabit. I don't know. It's so weird. So that's what that reminds me of. Just like the spirit, like a child lost out there, or it could be a trap.
The whole Japan, all of like the weird, like paranormal, like ghost video, everything that I've seen is so weird from over there.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but it's all just, it's very odd. All of it looks like the same ghost over and over, and it's like still creepy.
So they have, in places like Kyoto, they have like these mountains, and then they have a group of people. They're called the Tengu, and the Tengu they were these people that they called like forest or mountain demons. But historically what happened was, like, these Scottish explorers ended up getting trapped, near the shores of Japan. So they settled there, and they ended up, like, I'm going to say it very vulgarly or very inhuman, they ended up breeding with the locals. And because these were Scottish, when you imagine a Scotsman, I am a Highlander, Usman. When you imagine these people, you imagine the bright red hair, right? So what ended up happening was they had these kids, and these kids had like the bright orange hair. They were gigantic compared to the Japanese, which were very small. They were giant, and they were big, and they just lived in the forest. And then the people that were from, the villages around there would catch glimpses of them every once in a while, and then they would call them the Tengu, which is like a forest demon. So they would make depictions of these like big demons with like this red hair and like all this kind of stuff. So I don't know if there is still like people that have that type of ancestry nowadays in Japan, but people were saying that when these people were so like feared and so oppressed that when they died, their spirits would roam the forest, and people would see them as they treated them. So they had like the big faces, they became literal oni, literal demons, to like inhabit. So that's another thing too. Like, what happens?
A lot of that stuff is really interesting from those areas. It's really different. A lot of very odd things.
Do you believe in duendes?
I've never had an experience with any, but I've heard a lot of stories.
I've heard stories too.
I've heard a lot. And I've seen a bunch of videos, but I've more heard, like things. When I was younger, I had like some friends that were from Mexico, and they're like, yeah, like, no, they're real. Like, it's an actual thing. And I'm like, and they're like, no, like, it's real. Like, I'm not joking. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, they could be, I've heard that thing. Like, if you like, throw coins, they'll come out and get them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about that.
When I was a kid, and I had a lot of adventures with my father. We spent a lot of times outside, even as a grown man, but as a kid, we would go around the farm at night to like make sure there was no predators out there. And for those of you out here that think, like, oh, what's a predator? A raccoon? I'm talking about in El Salvador, you have coyotes, you have wild dogs, you have jaguars that were, you have jaguars, you have black caiman around. If you were close enough to like the little riverbed that was by the farm, there was black caiman. There was big snakes, there was all kinds of there was spider monkeys that when they were like in heat, they were aggressive. Yeah. And you had what?
I'm remembering the story when we were talking about that, and you told the story about the gate. The gate wasn't to keep the kids from falling; it was to keep the monkeys from coming in.
Yeah,
they'll eat your food and whatever.
Yeah, they'll come in, they'll fuck up your stuff, they'll eat the bread, they'll open up the fridge, and they'll just like destroy shit. And the fridge, what was funny was the fridge didn't have any power going to it. They just used it like a storage thing for
storage,
food.
Yeah.
Because there was no electricity, so that's all it was just like this box.
I've seen so many videos like that actually, where they're using the fridge as like a closet.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
basically they have
yeah,
canned food in there, like whatever the
Mhm.
hell it is, and the
Yeah.
monkeys would go in and just like fuck things up. So they built a fence to like keep them out. But anyway, so they also had you ever heard of a harpy eagle?
I don't think so.
It's a gigantic eagle, and it's like South and Central America
Mhm.
that what they inhabit, and they're fucking gigantic. You think bald eagles are big? These anyway. So I'm kind of strange. So we had to go around the farm just to make sure to keep these animals out, right?
Mhm.
If we were lucky, we'd find a kusuko, an armadillo.
Oh.
So we call them kusucos. So we find a kusuko if we were lucky, and then we would kill it and take it home because we eat it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then.
delicious. Anyway, so one time we were out there and we kept hearing like noises. So then my dad's like, "Preparate, preparate," get ready, get ready. So he had a what is a Galil is this rifle. A Galil is an Israeli. It's kind of like their answer to the AK-47, but it's not like the AK because it's a little bit more complicated. It has too many moving parts. To me, it's not effective. That's my dad's favorite rifle, is the Galil, or the G3, the G3. Anyway, so we're out there, right? I mean, that's like get ready. By that means, get ready to land flat on your stomach because he might have to shoot, around somewhere. So he's out there. And he's like, get ready. And I was hearing like the leaves, right? And these leaves were giant, right? These were big, big leaves, banana trees. So he's seeing that, and that stops, and then he gets out what's called a colon, which was like the Salvadorian dollar. He gets it out, doesn't throw it, he flips it, the ting, in the air, and all of a sudden you hear, and then my dad's like, okay, and I was like, well, is it? It's un duende, vámonos, it's a duende, let's go. So, and I was like, what? Like, what the hell? What are you talking about? So this was what's crazy is how much of a skeptic I am. And this was the childhood that I grew up in. You ever seen the show, The Winchester, or not Supernatural?
No, it's part of it. Like little.
Remember how the dad was kind of like, well, parts of it, like the dad had like a little notebook where he's like, this is this monster. This is how you kill it. And it's like, oh, this is this monster. My dad could have written that. He could have had one of those.
And so you're
I reminisce about a lot of things, and now as a grown man, I kind of look at him like I think there might be a lot of truth to that. It was just like a different environment. It was more magical.
Yeah.
So I can live to be like 300 years old, and I'll never forget the sound. And it was just as these trees, around, and then him just tring, and then like flipping it, and then catching. And as soon as the sound of the coin, you hear. Like the leaves just shaking all around, and he's like, and I remember
maybe it was a monkey,
and he was like, no, it wasn't a monkey.
Okay, no monkey.
No, it wasn't a monkey because it was like all around us.
Yeah. No, that's weird. No, thanks.
So, and I remember he's like, "Oh, es un duende, vámonos." So
what do you just left?
Yeah, we just kept walking. We get to a different location.
Well,
and
good enough.
My dad had he had things that he had in his pocket. Like he had for example, he had was kind of like it wasn't really when they're punching steel and then there's like the circle that looks like a quarter, but it's actually steel and it's like flat. So he had one of those and it was cut like into 4. And he would throw that, and I guess that's what he said. He says, you throw this, me lo tiras. When you throw it, a duende would come and pick up the coin, and he would notice that, like, wait, where's it's over there. And he'd grab it. He's like, oh, there's the other parts over here. And then they would try to, like, make it go back into one piece, and it's like a distraction. He had seeds in his pocket because of, like, tomato seeds because of la ciguanaba. Ciguanaba comes out, you throw the seeds, and she tries to catch it, and it goes through her hands, and then she tries to pick it up. All these kind of rocks. So that's it. So this is a fun episode, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a little more serious.
A little bit more serious.
A little bit more
serious. So anyway, so stay tuned for that. And TeePublic, go ahead and buy my horrible merch. This is one of my merch.
That's fun. I don't have anything here.
Well, bad employee. So, and remember, guys, to always look both ways, especially when a monkey's trying to steal your radio.
Oh no.